Hello, and welcome to another edition of Interviewing the Legends, brought to you by the Publicity Works Agency, devoted to promoting musicians and authors worldwide. Call us today at 941-877-1552 to start your free publicity evaluation. Remember, we shine only when we make you shine. Please welcome the host of Interviewing the Legends, music journalist, author, and entrepreneur, Ray Shasho.
Hello once again, everyone. I'm your host, Ray Shasho, and welcome to another edition of Interviewing the Legends on BBS Radio, brought to you by the Publicity Works Agency. Call us today at 941-877-1552 or email us at publicityworksagency.com. And remember, we shine only when we make you shine. Kool the Gang officially launched in 1969 after performing for 5 years under various band titles. Has influenced the music of 3 generations, and at the age of 50, the band has become true recording industry legends, thanks to iconic songs like Celebration, Cherish, Jungle Boogie, Summer Madness, and Open Sesame. They've earned 2 Grammy Awards, 7 American Music Awards, 25 top 10 R&B hits, 9 top 10 pop hits, and 31 gold and platinum albums. In 1979, Kool the Gang unveiled a smooth new sound with a Ladies' Night. It became their first platinum album. The number 1 R&B title track reached number 8 at Pop. It was followed by Too Hot. In the 80s, there would seem some domination in the mainstream, starting with the double platinum selling album Celebrate, driven by the international monster hit Celebration, which spent 6 weeks atop the R&B chart and became a number 1 pop single. In 2014, they were honored with a BET Soul Train Lifetime Achievement Award, and in October 2015, in the town they sing about in one of their earliest hits, Hollywood Swingin', Kool the Gang was honored to take their place as American musical icons with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In 2016, they released the single Sexy, Where'd You Get Yours, which rose to number 15 on the Billboard Adult R&B chart. The song signifies a modernization of Kool the Gang's unmistakable sound down to the dance floor tailored bass grooves and the perfectly timed horns. It was their first airplay chart hit in a decade. Kool the Gang's 50th anniversary is here, and here's how they have begun to celebrate the milestone. An induction to the New Jersey Hall of Fame. In a touching tribute, a street they grew up on in New Jersey was renamed in their honor, Kool the Gang Way. Celebration was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. Kool's bass is displayed at the new Smithsonian Institution National Museum of African American History and Culture in D.C. Artifacts from the band's archives have recently gone on display next to Count Basie at the newly opened Grammy Museum Experience in New Jersey. In Newark, New Jersey, induction into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and Kool the Gang continues to delight fans around the globe with their timeless hits and amazing live performances. And today, please welcome singer, songwriter, musician of the legendary R&B, soul, funk, and boogie group, Kool the Gang, Robert Kool Bell, to Interviewing the Legends. Hello, Robert.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Man, you guys have done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was just listening to you. I said, oh, we did quite a bit over the years.
You got to be tired, man.
Well, you know, man, we're celebrating 50 years this year, as you said. First record came out in 1969, July 3rd, and we just had a big celebration, 2019, July 3rd, and we're moving on. We just came back from New York. We did about close to 20-something dates, all festivals.
Wow.
and we like what we're doing, and we're on the move.
You guys look great, by the way, you know? I mean, you know, to put all that mileage on in 50 years, you know? And I said the same thing. I talked to Dionne Warwick the other, I think it was last week, and she looks great too, man. And she's,
she does,
yeah, she's still doing her thing in Vegas, and she's going to be busy for a long time. And, you know, I give you guys a lot of credit.
Well, thank you very much.
Congratulations on 50 years, first of all. You know, when I knew you guys were going to be big when Jungle Boogie came out in Hollywood Swinging. I mean, you guys are part of my youth, man.
Oh, yeah, back in the day, Hollywood Swinging, Jungle Boogie, funky stuff.
Back in the day, that's right. And I first, you know, really got into the bands, the R&B sound with the horn section. I think I saw a show with the Ohio Players, you know, when Funky Worm came out, and they played with the Funkadelics. And let's see, who else was on that band? I think Rare Earth headlined it. It was in Baltimore. And I was so damn impressed by the horn section, you know, and I just think, you know, that the musicianship in those bands, that's what we're missing today, you know. There's no bands like that anymore, that any new bands that are coming out with musicians.
Yeah, you're right. The only one that's doing it is Bruno Mars.
Yeah, you're right. And you know, he can't hold a candle to all you guys back in the 70s, man. You know?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
You guys were incredible. I had William Wack King from the Commodores on I think it was like a few weeks ago, and I told him the same thing. I mean, the Commodores and Kool the Gang, you know, to me you guys are, you know, very similar paths, I think, from back then. What do you think?
Yeah, we have a lot of history. We worked a lot, man, in the past. We do get shows sometime, you know, from time to time. But we worked a lot with them in the 70s and 80s, yeah.
And man, you are a great bass player. I saw you do some solos on YouTube, and you are incredible.
Well, thank you very much. And this time, as we say, keep the funk alive.
Keep the funk alive. That's right, man. Did you start out playing the bass, or did you start out playing the guitar?
No, I started really playing bongos, congas, stuff like that.
Right.
And then I gravitated to the bass back in the early 60s. When I was only about 14 years old when I picked the bass up.
You are a great bass player, I'm telling you. And, you know, there's no bigger star in the world of funk than the bass player.
Well, you know, from Bootsy Collins.
That's right.
And Bernie White and Larry Graham. Yeah, we keep funking.
Yeah, Larry Graham and I guess Stanley Clark. I don't know if we mentioned Stanley. You know,
Stanley, definitely Stanley.
Yeah.
And the late Jaco Pastorius, he was definitely a hell of a bass player too.
Who are some of the guys that influenced you when you were a kid?
Well, I listened to like Ron Carter and Reggie Workman and then Jameson, who did all those tracks for Motown. You know,
yeah.
He definitely was a hell of a bass player. Yeah.
I had oh my gosh, I'm just losing it now. Shoot, one of the guys on from the Funk Brothers on talking about Motown. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? White guy plays guitar. Anyway, yeah, he was. You know, we had a great conversation about Motown and everything, and back in those days. But the musicianship, man. Oh God, the bands of the 70s. You know, like you mentioned, I can mention a million. You know, Stylistics, the OJs. I mean, the list goes on. You know, and you guys had so much class. You know, I really miss those days.
Oh, yeah, we really love doing that. You know, like you said, matter of fact, we were just on a show with the OJs about 2 weeks ago, up at Foxwood in Connecticut.
Uh-huh.
And then we did it down at over there in Charlotte with the OJs. So yeah, you're right about that.
Incredible bands, and you know, the thing that's going on today, I don't understand who's in charge of the music industry. I don't think anybody is, but you know, a lot of the big record companies are gone. You know, it's hard to get record deals even for the legends. But it's all about girls, you know, solo girl singers. You know, there's no bands, you know, and
yeah, you're right. It's definitely a change. Yeah,
there's nobody for us guys to worship. You know. You know, I mean, the way
it's a ladies' night thing. We always talk about, you know. So
you know, it's ironic. You're celebrating 50 years, and you got the song "Celebration." You know, it's just fitting. You know, it's perfect.
Oh yeah. We're thankful for that, and like I said, we had a lot of big ones over the years. Like you said, Hollywood Swinging and funky stuff, and Jungle Boogie, and Summer Madness, Open Sesame, Cherish, Fresh, you know, it goes on and on.
I think those are Cherish was a favorite of mine, and also Joanna. You know, those are, you know, because you kind of went on. It shows how eclectic the band can be. You know, you guys could play anything you wanted to, because you know, being a musician the way you are, you could do anything.
Yeah, we definitely mix it up a lot. I mean, just about 2 years ago, we went out, we did 48 shows with Van Halen. We did 10 shows with Kid Rock.
Wow.
We did a couple shows with Dave Matthews Band. So we mixed it up. We definitely mixed it up.
You definitely mix it up, yeah. But, you know, I'm with you guys. I love jazz. You know, I love, like, you know, the Crusaders. You know, they were one of my favorite bands in the day. And, of course, Return to Forever. And, you know, and then you can go way back. And, you know, the guys like Krupa on drums and, you know, Buddy, you know, all those guys, Buddy Rich. But you know, I just love the way you guys play. It's incredible. You guys are great musicians.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
Now your dad was really into jazz too, but wasn't he a boxer?
Yeah, my dad was featherweight, lightweight. He was ranked top 5. He used to box a lot down there in Cuba before they had the sanctions, and different musicians to hang out down there.
Right.
You know, Miles Davis and Dizzy Gillespie and a lot of those guys. And my dad, Miles Davis, we met a lot of those guys when he was down there boxing.
Right.
Matter of fact, Miles Davis wanted to be a boxer. And, he wanted to get in the ring with my father one day. My father said, Miles, man, I don't think that's a good idea, man, because I know you just want to spar, but if I accidentally hit you the wrong way, bust your lip, man, it might mess up your career.
That's right. That's true.
Everything was fine, you know.
Yeah, my mom was Cuban, so I'm half Cuban, so I know all about that scene.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah, that was a happy thing.
It was, yeah. Yeah, I talked to Billy Cobham about Miles because he was in his band for a while, and he was an interesting cat, you know, that with that raspy voice of his, and yeah, he was a smooth guy.
Oh yeah.
And your dad was now you say he was a lightweight. What was his record? Do you remember what his record was?
No, I'm not sure. He was featherweight.
Oh,
more
featherweight.
Than sometimes lightweight. More featherweight.
Right.
He fought guys like Andy Sandler and a few of Willie Pep and all those guys.
Did you see him fight in the ring?
I was when he was fighting. I was a young guy.
Right.
And then when we moved on, I started doing the Kool the Gang thing, and my father passed. So
yeah.
But there's a lot of history on it. I gotta try to get some of the footage on him that I'm working on.
Yeah, you got to write a book, man.
We're working on that.
Good. Yeah,
we're working on a book, and we're working on a documentary.
Right.
And we are coming out with a new album next year called The Legacy.
Awesome. That is incredible. That's great news.
Thank you.
Is the album finished, or are you still working on it?
We're still working on it, but we had, I think it's a while, they talk about record companies, you know.
I know.
It's a while to renegotiate with Universal Records, but it's done now, and we're ready to rock and roll next year.
Well, that's awesome. I'm going to promote the hell out of it.
Well, hey, man, we appreciate it.
Now, you had some help, which was interesting. I can't pronounce his name real good. Is it Umar or Umir?
Umir Diodano.
Right. A Brazilian guy who kind of collaborated with you guys. How'd you meet him? How did that start?
Well, he was working at the House of Music over here in West Orange.
Right.
And we had decided to get a lead singer. And he was there, and the owner of the studio recommended J.T. Taylor. And that's when J.T. joined the band. And so with us and J.T. and Diodano, we created the Ladies' Night and Celebration album.
Yeah, that was a good relationship, huh?
Oh, that's 3 or 4 years. Yeah, it was a nice one.
What I understand is you were looking to get Stevie Wonder, but he was too busy or something, right? At what time?
Yeah, at one time, yeah, Stevie was, but he's a fan, and we're a fan of his.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
What I understand too is his daughter is married to Stephen Baldwin. Is that right?
Who?
Umir. His daughter is in Kenya and is married to Stephen Baldwin. And I read that.
Yeah. Somebody told me that too. Yeah.
And his granddaughter is married to Justin Bieber.
I heard that story too. So I think I better get Dio a call and say, what's that?
There's got to be a lot of money in that family, man.
Yeah, you're right.
You got to reconnect.
You're right. He's living in Florida now.
Yeah, you were telling me about touring with Van Halen. That was an interesting combination. That's 2012. It was the Different Kind of Truth tour with I guess David Lee Roth was in the band at that time.
It was David Lee Roth, yeah, and we had a great time. We did 48 cities.
Wow, that's incredible. That is incredible. You guys can play with anybody, you know?
Well, we love music, and that's the thing, we like to do, branch out with other groups and open for different groups and close for different groups. It's all good.
Exactly. I like when they mix it up like that. I actually saw a band called Uriah Heep, and backing them up was Earth, Wind & Fire, and then ZZ Top was the opening act. So that was quite a mixture as well. That's when the Earth, Wind & Fire came out with the song Evil. So that was a long time ago.
Yes.
But that another good, another great band as well.
Yeah, ZZ Top, all those guys. ZZ Top,
yep.
All those guys were good.
You guys are also, you had music and movies, soundtracks. Let's see, Jungle Boogie was featured on in Pulp Fiction, I believe, and Undercover Brother. And Summer Madness was in Rocky, right?
Yes, it was.
And Hollywood Swingin' was also featured in Roll Bounce, and also video games as well. That's another way to make some extra money nowadays, huh? Those video games.
Oh yeah, whatever way they go, yeah. Hollywood Swingin', yeah. A lot of samples going on. Hollywood Swingin' with P Diddy at the time with Mace, and they did Bad Boy, Bad Girl, whatever, and a lot is went on.
The addition to the band that was great. I mean, during the heyday, of course, was JT. And then I guess JT left to pursue a solo career. Any chance of JT coming back, or not really?
Well, when he left the first time, he did come back for 5 more years.
Right, you're right. I remember that.
Yeah, and then we just did something together though for the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Really?
Yeah, we were inducted to the Songwriters Hall of Fame along with other big writers. And JT, we did Celebration together.
Oh, awesome! Wow. I wonder.
That was a great night. Yeah.
I wonder if that's on YouTube. I'd love to see that.
It could be. Maybe you can check it out.
I saw a lot of your recent shows, and you guys, man, you guys sound better than ever. You know, I guess you should after 50 years.
Yeah, we're having fun out there doing our thing. Yeah.
Michael Jackson was a big fan of you guys. I know that. And
I'm a big fan of him as well.
Yep. I had his doctor on, Dr. Neil Ratner. He was the good doctor. He's not the bad doctor. He was with them. He was actually an anesthesiologist, and he was really good friends with Michael. And then, of course, what happened to Michael, and what he's explaining to me is that there was a cardiologist taking care of him, not an anesthesiologist, and that was not good. So that's probably one of the mistakes that happened at the end there. So, yeah. But you still like touring, huh? You're doing...
I still do it. I'm on my way out tomorrow. Matter of fact, I gotta go down. Well, I'm going out to my house in Florida for a couple of days, and then I'm jumping over to Monte Carlo. We're doing a fundraiser for Prince Albert Foundation.
Wow.
And then I'm heading on down to Joburg, because I lost my wife for about almost 8 months ago.
Oh my God!
We're doing the memorial for her in Johannesburg on the 28th.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was a bit of a rough call, but we're doing what we got to do, and I'm doing a lot of projects that we had together and make sure that they happen.
Right. You're kind of an ambassador. Is it the Ivory Coast?
Yeah, I spend a lot of time there.
Right.
We have property in Ivory Coast. I have my niece is coming out with an album. Her name is Fati, F-A-T-I, from the Ivory Coast, and of course I'm going to Johannesburg to do the same for my wife.
Right.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now your niece, the new album she's got coming out, does she have a website? We can promote that as well, or?
Andrew has all the information on that.
Right.
And we're doing interviews with her, and she has 3 videos that she got. So you can get that information from Andrew. Yeah.
Oh, that'll be great. Yeah, definitely want to promote her as well. Keep it in the family,
Absolutely. It's a family affair.
It's a family affair. Now, another great artist, Sly Stone.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. I'm a big fan of his. Big fan.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to talk, the Ivory Coast, I had a business in D.C. I'm originally from Washington, D.C., and we had retail electronic stores, and our best customers were from overseas, and I dealt with a lot of Africans, and Ivory Coast was one of our best clients. Before that, it was the Nigerians, before everything kind of went to hell, but Nigeria had a lot of money at one time, and they were awesome, but I had some great clients from the Ivory Coast. They're nice, very nice people.
Oh, yeah. We're definitely, my partner, and who was the father of Fati, still in Ivory Coast, and he's working in the agriculture department. We have about maybe 2,000 hectares of land.
Right.
We'll be growing cashews and cassava, et cetera.
Well, the other thing I wanted to talk about is your champagne. Talk about that, your business venture.
Yeah. Well, the champagne will be out next month now. It's called Kool Champagne.
Right.
L-E-K-O-L. Okay. And it's something that I've been wanting to do, and we finally got around to doing it. I'm using Europe as a base in the beginning, because it's coming out of the Champagne territory up in Champagne country, Orleans, and very excited about it.
You know what I admire the most out of this is, there's a lot of artists that have their own wines, but I love champagne, and a lot of people do love champagne. So I think that's a big selling point right there. You're not going to just blend in with the other guys with a bottle of wine. You know, it's got more.
We're definitely doing champagne. Yeah.
It's got more class. You know, it really does. And I went on the website, and it's a great website. I saw you pictured there with all the bottles and everything, and we're going to promote it and put your the website on our sites as well, so everybody can start. Now, is that available now in the United States, or can you order it, or how's that work?
It'll be available in the next 30 days. Yeah.
Oh, great. Now, how can like if I want to buy a bottle, what do I do?
Well, if you go up on our website, you'll see how you can go online and buy it, and then it'll be depending on what store, what city you're in. It'll be some of the local stores and restaurants. Yeah.
Are you going to do like a kind of a press tour on the champagne or anything like that?
Oh yeah, we're doing a whole press thing. Once it's all ready to go, which like I said, it'll be for the holidays. You know, we'll be ready for the holidays.
Oh, that'll be great, man. I love champagne. There's nothing like it, and I'm definitely going to get a couple of bottles, unless it's like $1,000 a bottle. Then
now you're talking Jay-Z.
Yeah, I'm not in that league yet.
Ace of spades.
Robert, here's a question I ask everybody, and I get some really interesting answers. And after you answer this, I'll tell you what Dionne Warwick told me. If you had a Field of Dreams wish, you know, like the movie, to perform or collaborate with anyone from the past or present, who would that be?
Well, that's a couple people actually. I mean, but
well, that's okay. Yeah.
We worked. Stevie Wonder's been great.
Right.
Before the late Marvin Gaye.
Oh, I love Marvin, man.
We did some shows about Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
Of course, Prince. You know.
Did you get a chance to work with Prince?
Excuse me?
Did you get a chance to work with Prince?
Well, not on a tour, not like that, but he did let us use his Paisley Park studios because he was just finishing the studio and we were going on the road.
Right.
And he let us rehearse our show in there for about 3 or 4 weeks.
Huh. What was that like? What was his property like?
It was real nice. We were able to put our full production in there.
Right.
He had a recording studio there, rehearsed the studio. No room for his singers and dancers, and it was great.
Huh. And Marvin, what I understand, Marvin was from D.C., my hometown, so I got, I'm really fond of Marvin. What I understand, he was a pretty good, damn good drummer.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a writer too. He wrote some of those songs over there in Motown.
Right. You know what Dionne Warwick said? She said she'd like to collaborate with Earth, Wind and Fire.
That should be interesting.
Yeah, that was interesting. I tell you, I get some interesting answers. I really do. You'd be surprised. You'd really be surprised. But you guys have played with Dionne Warwick, haven't you?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, I did read that. So I saw that somewhere. It might have been on YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah, we worked with her, yeah.
How about James Brown?
We did several shows with James Brown back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, I was fortunate to see James, and in D.C. there was always shows going on. There was always billboards around, and you have Stylistics, the OJs. James Brown would be headlining. You were part of that too. The Kool the Gang was always on those billboards, playing around town. It was.
We did. We worked with the Delphonics and Stylistics and a lot of the groups during that time.
Yeah, the Whispers. I remember all those. The Dells.
Oh yeah, the Whispers, the Dells. Yeah, we worked with all of them.
Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. That was another big act back then. Yeah. Those are good times, man.
He was, yeah.
Now, are you living in New Jersey still, or?
No, I'm in New Jersey. Yes.
You are in New Jersey. Yep.
Yeah.
And the other thing I admire about you is getting along with your brothers, man. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, that can be tough. Just kind of working out, you know what I mean?
Especially what you do, working with them. It's not easy. Not easy working with any family, really. Even though that you love them, it's still hard to work with them.
Oh, yeah, that happened, but we've been able to make it happen, so we're happy about that.
I think that was your upbringing. So someone in your family told you better get along with your brothers.
My mother.
Your mother, right? I figured that.
Yeah, that was Mom. Oh, yeah.
I figured that. Now, was your mom into music as well?
Yeah. She was into old school, and my grandmother, and etc. Yeah.
So it is a family affair. Definitely a family affair.
Yes, it is.
Robert, what are you most proud of?
Well, the fact that we were able to make it in this industry, we started as young kids, and we dealt with the hard knocks from time to time, but we never threw the towel in, and I'm proud to still be around after 50 years and get in the accolades of, from our peers and the awards, and, it just goes to show, only the strong survive. You just don't give up. You got to keep on moving.
Yeah, good songs, good bands survive. That's all there is to it. These girls that are out there now, and I get a little bitter because I'm an old school guy. I love the good stuff, but I don't think these Taylor Swifts and people like that, they're not going to last 50 years. There's no way.
Well, listen, I see my tour manager is going to call me 3 times. There must be a problem. So we're almost finished?
Yes, we are. Robert, I want to thank you so much, man, for being on the show. Congratulations on 50 years. Please, on your next tour, come to Florida. I'm on the West Coast near Tampa, and we'd love to see the band.
Okay, well, I have a house down there in Orlando, so I'm close to Tampa.
You are close. You're about an hour and a half from me. I'm actually in Sarasota, but you're close. You're definitely close. So
I know they are.
Yeah. Best of luck to you, and keep on doing what you're doing. And we're going to be looking out for that new album when it comes out.
Okay. Well, thank you.
All right, Robert. Thank you so much, man.
Okay.
Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye. For more information about Robert Kool Bell and Kool and the Gang, visit www.koolandthegang.com. That's their official website. www.facebook.com/Kool and the Gang. Check them out on Facebook. And then Just Kool Champagne, www.lecoolchampagne.com. And I tell you, man, I'm going to check out that site right away and buy me a couple of bottles of the champagne, because I am really excited about that. I want to say very special thanks to Angelo Ellerby of Double X Exposure Media Relations for arranging this interview with Robert Kool Bell. And he also arranged the interview for us with Dionne Warwick. And he's got a great outfit over there at Double Exposure Media Relations. And also the dynamic duo of Doug and Don Newsom of BBS Radio for making the magic happen for each and every broadcast of Interviewing the Legends. And of course, you have comments, you have suggestions for us. Please contact me at interviewingthelegends@gmail.com. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Interviewing the Legends with Ray Shasho, for the very, very latest interviews with rock royalty. And it's real news, people. Don't forget to purchase a copy of my book entitled Check the G's, The True Story of an Eclectic American Family and Their Wacky Family Business. Available now at Amazon.com. You will love it. Have a great week, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to Interviewing the Legends. Brought to you by the Publicity Works Agency. Call 941-877-1552 or visit us at publicityworksagency.com, specializing in author and music artist publicity plans. We shine when we make you shine. Tune in to Interviewing the Legends every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Time on PBS Radio, Station 1.